So how's it going today? In about 7 hours from now, me and Queen of Spade, we're going to be going live on her channel, reacting to and pointing and laughing to Warhammer and his never-ending antics. But I figured before that stream happens, I figured we'd take a little journey through Warhammer's latest YouTube community post, because as you can see here, the big baby has got his channel back, which I'm very happy. I am absolutely very happy that the big baby has gotten his YouTube channel back. That means more fucking antics from everyone's favorite lolcow right now. So anyway, as you can see here, this is from 7 hours ago. This is indeed his latest community tabs post. And let's just get into this gem, shall we? I will say this. I will say this is not for the faint of heart. Trigger warning. Wow, I can't believe, alt-right, white supremacist, Dixie fanboy Warhammer's putting up trigger warnings. They're so progressive. So progressive of you, man. But this did ring definitely true for the German Deutsche people. Okay, Deutsch and German, they mean the same thing. Okay, whenever you watch Hitler's speeches and he mentions Deutsche Volk, that's German for German people there. So I don't know why Warhammer decided he was going to add German and Deutsch in the same sentence when they all mean, when they both mean German, but then again, does anyone really expect Warhammer to have an IQ higher than a tomato at this rate? Does anyone really expect that? Because I sure as shit don't. What was it? And all of the European peoples in the war. This is precisely what Europeans back then thought of the new Israel of the Americas. The new Israel of the Americas. That is definitely a new one. I have never heard America be called the new Israel before. That is definitely a first. Oh, man. Critical wartime poster highlighting NSDAP objections to what were perceived as American culture. These included the sexual promiscuity of American women, gangsterism and gun violence, Al Capone, not Al Capone, with a E after the N there. No. Al Capone, who the fuck is that? Oh, my homies know about Al Capone. Al Capone was a very dangerous man. Al Capone, who the hell even is that? Materialism and commercialism. Blacks and black degenerate music, indiscriminate U.S. bombings, America bombers murdered 700,000 Germans in carpet bombing, Terrorfliegen, which really isn't a surprise that the Americans would do some carpet bombing of their own during the war, because guess who started carpet bombing first during the war? The Germans. Yeah, the Germans started doing the carpet bombings first during the war. It's almost as if, once the secret of Pandora's box is out, everyone's just going to say, fuck it. If that side's doing it, I guess it makes only sense that we can do it. American jingoism. I'm going to have to look that up, assuming that's even a real word. And militarism. Think of the Mexican-American War and Spanish-American War. Has examples, okay? Not as examples, not as, not the word as examples, but has examples. Has examples. The malevolent influence of Jews and Freemasons. George Washington, a 33-degree Blue Lodge Freemason of the Scottish Rite Fredericksburg Lodge No. 4 in Virginia in 1752, promised Yids their freedom of religion at Turor Synagogue in 1790. Okay, then. The poster, which manages to pack in a great deal of proper and well-founded American criticism of the Ku Klux Klan, which is interesting because of all the white sheets Niccolo likes to wear. I don't think he'll very much appreciate you making fun of his buddies and his family members there, Warhammer. Indeed, Germans, though, feeling eugenically superior to blacks, and I do think they liked the South more than the Yankees, has NS German press quoted John C. Calhoun in Der Spiegel. Germans were pro-states' rights, but thoroughly anti-slavery, since Germanic tribes scoffed at Roman slavery in Tacticus Germania. Okay, so according to Warhammer, the Germans were 100% anti-slavery, and yet towards the end of the war, the Germans were using concentration camp prisoners as slaves in their factories. Build munitions and shit. Could it be that the Germans were hypocrites? Maybe they are. Maybe. Oh, where was I? A growing concern for the pan-European anti-Bolshevik front as the allies of capitalist and communist factions. Invasion of Europe loomed. The American and British joined lock, stock, and barrel with the Bolsheviks in their ravenous conquest of Europe. Okay, so the only reason why America and Britain and Russia were even allies during the war is because Germany had declared war on them all. Okay, they were all going to war with the Germans. So, of course it makes sense for the fucking Americans and the English to team up with the fucking Russians there. That's what I would have done back then. That's what anyone in their situations would have done back then. Thereby disrupting the already traditional and long-established balance of power that had been the norm of Europe pre-1914. The British, in particular, were influenced by a strong desire to preserve the balance of power on the continent. So has, okay, not as, not the word as, not as, has, H-A-S, to avoid any European continental power taking control of the Channel ports and threatening British mercantile trade on the seas. And this is the fucking Nazi poster that Warhammer is talking about here. And can I just say this is by far the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. I've seen this poster before, and I just could not believe that this was real. This had to have been a fucking joke created by someone. This had to have been a meme back then. Who wants to fucking take a long look at this and be scared by it? Who would want to take that shit seriously? Certainly not me. Certainly not me. But anyway, yeah, so this is Warhammer's latest incoherent rambling community post there. Figured let me just read it real quick in preparation for tonight's special stream. Before we go live, maybe half an hour before I will be sharing the video. I'll be sharing it. I'll be making a community post with the link, and I'll also be sharing it to my Twitter and some Discord servers I'm in. But, yeah, I hope you're all excited for tonight. I certainly am. I hope you are too, Warhammer. I know you're going to be watching this video. I hope you and the Forge gang are ready. Hope you guys are excited. See you guys tonight.